Welcome to Gearhaven. This is a gentle fantasy story from the world of the detective Glint, where mysteries are solved with kindness instead of fear. Find a comfortable place to rest and let the lantern light guide you. The bridge did not exist in the morning. At least that was what the city insisted. Detective Glint had walked the canal road many times before. He knew the curve of the water, the leaning lamppost, the rhythm of footsteps along the stones. There had never been a bridge there. Not once. And yet, at dusk, it appeared. Glint first noticed it when the light began to change. The sun slipped low, lanterns flickered awake, and the fog lifted just enough for something new to take shape across the canal. A narrow bridge, iron rails, wood planks worn smooth, as if by years of careful use. It felt familiar. People paused when they reached it. Some crossed without comment. Others stopped, frowned, and turned back, certain they had taken a wrong turn. No one argued. The bridge didn't ask to be believed. Glint stepped onto it slowly. The boards creaked in a patient way. Not old, not weak, simply aware of being used again. The canal below reflected the lantern light in soft, broken lines. Why only now? Glint asked quietly. I don't belong to urgency, the bridge replied. I appear when the day releases its grip. Glint listened. Long ago, the bridge had been built for workers who returned home at dusk, for those who moved slowly, tired but steady, ready to cross from obligation into rest. As the city grew louder and faster, fewer people needed it. Eventually, it stopped appearing altogether. Until the evenings grew heavy again, Glint remained on the bridge as the sky darkened. Footsteps passed beside him, unhurried, calm. No one rushed across. The bridge did not shorten the journey. It softened it. When night fully settled, the bridge faded gently back into the fog. No sound, no collapse, just absence. The canal returned to its familiar shape. Glint came back the next evening, and the next. Always at dusk. Always quietly. In his case book, he later wrote, "Some paths exist only when we are ready to slow down enough to see them." Glint did not leave immediately. Instead, he remained near the canal as the evening deepened, watching how the city adjusted itself around the absence of the bridge. Footsteps followed longer paths again. Lantern reflections stretched differently across the water. No one seemed troubled. That, Glint realized, was the point. The bridge was never meant to be relied upon. It was meant to be encountered. Over the following days, Glint returned to the canal road at different hours. In the bright morning light, the bridge never appeared. At midday, there was nothing but water and stone. But at dusk, without fail, it emerged gently from the fog. Never earlier. Never later. Always when the city softened. Some evenings, Glint watched people pause without understanding why. They stood at the edge of the canal, sensing something familiar, just beyond certainty. A few waited. Others turned away. Only those who stayed still long enough ever crossed. One evening, a tired worker stopped beside Glint. I feel lighter when I walk here, they said quietly. I don't know why. Glint smiled. You don't need to, he replied. The bridge listened to these moments. Each unhurried step reinforced its purpose. Each quiet crossing reminded it why it existed at all. It did not shorten distance. It changed how distance was felt. As weeks passed, the city began to change subtly. Even when the bridge was absent, people walked more slowly near the canal. Conversation softened. Lanterns seemed warmer. The bridge did not need to be seen to have an effect. On one final evening, as Glint stood at the center of the bridge, he felt it preparing to rest again. Will you come back? He asked. When needed, The bridge replied, and only then. As night settled fully, the bridge faded once more into the fog. Not gone, but complete. Later, Glint added a final note to his casebook. Some connections exist only to remind us that slowing down is itself a destination. Thank you for spending this time in Gearhaven. If you enjoyed this gentle mystery, you'll find more stories waiting in the playlist. Until next time, keep your lantern close and rest well.